Hey guys, it's Safia here and you're watching The Talko. Leaving Neverland has been at the centre of media attention for a while now. The film follows the alleged victims of Michael Jackson, with Wade Robson and James Safechuck sharing details of what they said happened to them when they were children. Some have spoken out to say they're disgusted and want nothing more to do with Michael, while others have stuck up for the star. Now, there's also been a lot of backlash, with many celebrities who originally stuck up for Michael going back on their word. Yep, stay tuned as we share all of the details. Now, Leaving Neverland first premiered at the 2019 Sundance Film Festival, and it's then that we realised just how shocking the content must really be. During a brief intermission of the world premiere screening, several reporters took to Twitter to share their thoughts and reactions. Yet we had comments like, "The content of this is more disturbing than you could imagine," and another person saying he would need 400 showers to ever feel clean again. Yep, the words shocking, sad, disturbing and devastating were used to describe the documentary. But it was also the fact that many people's icon was accused of such horrendous actions. One journalist described the film as painful, brutally upsetting, triggering, and added, "My heart is incredibly broken. I'm sorry y'all, this hurts bad." Now, it's safe to say, considering that really isn't a harsh message to write. But fans shot back to that comment, claiming there was no evidence and that people never tried to understand Michael and see who he really was. One fan wrote, "You are falling for the wrong stuff and you are being played, and you will see that pretty soon. Wait on it." Now, one person who seemed to originally share that view is reality star Dan Osbourne. Yep, he previously sported a sleeve dedicated to the King of Pop on his right shoulder, which was still clear to see weeks after the controversial film aired. However, the inking has since been entirely erased, with just the outlines left visible. Now, the strange thing is, the removal comes after Dan branded Michael as innocent. Yep, he was previously noted as saying, "To me, Michael Jackson is the greatest entertainer that ever lived. It seemed to me that he adored kids and cared about them because he was a real-life Peter Pan. I don't know what is motivating the men who are accusing him, but with the amount of money the family have, could there be a financial motive?" Dan also added that it was not normal that Michael shared a bed with children, but also highlighted that he didn't have a normal childhood, saying, "I think he was a big kid at heart who loved childish things. He even had a fun fair in his garden. He didn't have a childhood and just wanted to have children for company. From the age of 8, he was traveling on a tour bus, playing huge gigs every night. He didn't have a normal childhood. He couldn't do the things that other kids could do." But after being so outspoken about his feelings towards the accusers, his tattoo in support of the singer has suddenly been removed. So the big question is, what happened to make him change his mind? Now, despite the allegations in Leaving Neverland being new, Michael has been accused in the past. But this hasn't stopped big companies supporting him until now. Yep, in fact, Louis Vuitton has pulled all Michael Jackson-themed items from its 2019 summer menswear collection, which was in fact a direct response to Leaving Neverland. The French fashion house unveiled its collection on a runway that evoked Michael's Billie Jean video and featured many other elements of the pop star's style. A statement read, "It is important to mention that we were unaware of this documentary at the time of the last LV Fashion Week 2019 men's show," explaining that it referred only to Jackson's public life that we all know and to his legacy that has influenced a whole generation of artists and designers. "I am aware that, in light of this documentary, the show has caused emotional reactions." Michael Burke, Louis Vuitton's chairman and chief executive officer, also added that the brand found the documentary's allegations deeply troubling and disturbing, and that child safety and welfare is of the utmost importance to Louis Vuitton. So yep, there were rumours going around for years, but in light of the Leaving Neverland film and the press it's getting, many companies and celebrities are changing their reactions. Well, Barbra Streisand has apologised for her initial reaction. She was quoted in an interview talking about Wade Robson and James Safechuck, saying, "Those children, as you heard say, they were thrilled to be there. They both married and they both have children, so it didn't kill them." Well, unsurprisingly, many people out there were upset by her comments, so she's since issued an apology, saying, "To be crystal clear, there is no situation or circumstance where it is okay for the innocence of children to be taken advantage of by anyone. The stories these two young men shared were painful to hear, and I feel nothing but sympathy for them. The single most important role of being a parent is to protect their children. It's clear that the parents of the two young men were also victimized and seduced by fame and fantasy. Now, the Michael Jackson estate and many of Jackson's living family members have fought against the documentary, with the estate even filing a $100 million lawsuit against HBO. Jackson's family released a statement in January calling the documentary public lynching, saying people have always loved to go after Michael. He was an easy target because he was unique. But Michael was subjected to a thorough investigation, which included a surprise raid of Neverland and other properties, as well as a jury trial where Michael was found to be completely innocent. There has never been one piece of proof of anything, yet the media is eager to believe these lies. Now, Diana Ross was one of the ones to come forward and defend Michael. She tweeted, "This is what's on my heart this morning. I believe and trust that Michael Jackson was and is a magnificent, incredible force to me and to many others." She also added, "Stop in the name of love." Now, Diana and Michael had an incredibly close relationship, not only working together, but also becoming family. Michael named Diana the secondary caregiver to his 3 children, Prince Michael, Paris, and Blanket. Now, the Goonies' Corey Feldman initially defended Michael, describing the film as one-sided, but he's since released another statement reading, "I don't want to be perceived as I'm here to defend Michael Jackson, because I can no longer do that." Now, Aaron Carter, who was a friend of Michael Jackson, is actually defending him. Yep, he's publicly saying the accusations are completely false. He even admitted he too slept in a bed with Michael, but nothing ever happened. Yep, he's branded the Leaving Neverland accusers as liars, constantly standing by Michael's side. We also have Clyde Jenkins, the former executive of MJJ Music, the record label founded by Michael Jackson. Now, he wrote a lengthy Facebook post saying that Wade Robson should be ashamed. Just a few of these shocking comments include, "Michael set you up with his niece Brandy, and you guys were together for several years until you cheated with other women several times. She left you." Fast forward to today, Michael Jackson is sadly no longer with us. You now beg Michael's nephew, Taj Jackson, for VIP access to Michael Jackson's funeral for you and your entire family, and then goes on to ask how he could make those accusations after that. Macaulay Culkin said he became friends with Michael Jackson when he was a 9-year-old star. He said Michael also invited him to stay at Neverland Ranch and to share his bed multiple times when he was aged 9 to 14. At Michael's 2005 criminal trial, Macaulay said Michael was never inappropriate to him, and in a 2018 interview, he said, "Seriously, he was like my best friend for a good long stretch. It was legitimate friendship." But when questioned about it recently, rather than sticking up for the singer, he brushed off their relationship. He said, "I met him 2 or 3 times, he was pretty sweet to me." So it seems that even if people stuck up for Michael in the past, they're distancing themselves from him now. Even his daughter, Paris Jackson, made the point that she supports her father, but it's not her role to publicly defend him. Well, what are your thoughts on all of this? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to The Talker, guys. We'll catch you next time.